the top 5 comedies of the Millennium. All right, let's get this started.
Them's fighting words.
Yes. Hi everyone, this is Igor. I have a special guest here.
Hi everyone, I'm Anu Ivanov.
And today we're doing a special fun episode. The top 5 comedies of the Millennium. This might be debatable. The
Okay,
top 5 comedies.
all right. I mean, I love this. Comedies are my favorite, so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, so let's get it started. Number 5, we're gonna start out with Coen Brothers.
Burn After Reading, okay.
Yeah. So I love Coen Brothers movies. I think this was kind of like generally conceived as a comedy because all their movies are funny. I think of the movies that made this century, this is probably not even one of my top 3 movies. A Serious Man, No Country for Old Men, The Man Who Wasn't There, and they're all like very funny. But I think this is kind of like a general comedy.
A true comedy, yeah. Because some of those other movies by the Coen Brothers aren't strictly comedies; they're a bit dramatic.
Yeah, even though they're really funny in parts, but this I think is like fits the genre.
And this is a satire, so Burn After Reading is espionage satire, right? It's making fun of all those spy movies.
Yeah, it's about like a lot of self-centered, selfish people looking out for their own self-interest and kind of how they get into a whole lot of mess. And I think it specifically makes fun of Washington, D.C.
John Malkovich is amazing in this movie.
Osborne Cox.
Osborne Cox, yes. He plays Osborne Cox, who is a CIA agent who gets he gets demoted.
Yes.
And he's brought into a room with other CIA agents, and they're giving him a talk as to and the talk is very like awkward, and they don't actually say anything. And at one point, John Malkovich says, "What is this? What the fuck? Yeah. Whose ass did I not kiss?" And, this is such it really speaks to me because if you work in corporate, if you work, in an office, sometimes things aren't really said out front. And I loved that scene. I thought it was so funny. And John Malkovich does a great job in that movie. Well, Brad Pitt plays an absolute moron in this film.
Hilarious.
I mean, he was so good at it, too. It was really funny.
He's asking who is it, like what should he do, and she tells him, "Why don't you put a sign in like
in the ladies' locker room? We lost your secret spy shit."
Yes, it's like what are we gonna? So he's sarcastic and like answers, "What do I put? Like somebody lost their secret CIA shit," and he kind of goes on. So yeah, it's really funny and a great film critic, Armand White. He writes for the National Review. He actually had a funny title for the review when he was writing a review for this movie. He liked the movie, but he called the movie "The League of Extraordinary Morons."
Okay. Well, so what's our next top movie? I mean, in no particular order, right?
Well, I have them in the order, but feel free to disagree. Right. So I have Tropic Thunder next.
Okay.
So Tropic Thunder, it's a great double satire. So on one hand, it satirizes all the Vietnam movies like Platoon. And then on the other hand, it satirizes all the like narcissism and insecurity of Hollywood. This might have the most like funny lines or funny scenes.
Yeah, I walk around the house quoting some of these lines. Well, what's your favorite scene in this movie?
All right, so I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's this movie. There was a lot of controversy with this movie.
Yes, let's stay away from the controversy.
So one of the funniest scenes, I love it. It's actually every time I'm in the car and the song pops up, I always think of this scene. Okay. So this scene, it's when Tom Cruise. He plays like a Harvey Weinstein type of Hollywood mogul, Les Grossman, that's his name. So he's negotiating with Ben Stiller's character's agent.
Played by Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yeah. So he wants to, Ben Stiller gets captured by the drug dealers.
Drug lords, in the country they're filming in.
Right, and Les Grossman is saying, okay, if we give him away, the insurance policy would be better for us, and you'll be able to buy yourself like a private jet.
Right, he's trying to say like, just drop your client, we'll get you a private jet. Okay.
Yeah, so there's one scene where he's ending the scene, and he's like, you know what, all you have to do is listen, the universe is speaking to you. And then he puts on the radio, and it's a song "Low" by Flo Rida, and it's just like perfect contrast. Where it's like this ridiculous,
it's
like,
absolutely apple bottom jeans, totally ridiculous song to contrast so funny, with like a media mogul there. Yeah. Well, I have so many scenes, but my favorite line that I like to walk around the house saying is, there's a scene where Ben Stiller is asking Robert Downey Jr.'s character, he's asking him like, "Oh, did you read something in the script?" And Robert I can get that name out. Robert Downey Jr. says, "I don't read the script. The script reads me." And I just walk around saying it for no reason.
We repeat it all the time. All right, should we go to number 3?
Okay, so you have number 3, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So it's a teenage love story done in a dynamic kind of graphic novel style. So basically, like comic books and video games, they're like interspersed throughout. So if there's a fight scene, you can see like the kabow pop up, you know, or if he's, you know, running low on energy, you can see like he needs a power up. So it's very quirky in that way. And the movie is about who's the actor? It's Michael Cera.
Michael Cera, yes.
Yeah. So he has a love interest, and he's got to battle up 7 of her evil ex-boyfriends.
He has to battle 7 different exes, and they're all like very different, right? There's like Nathy Patel, who kind of, there's like, and they're done in kind of battle of the bands style, right?
Yes.
So the first one is Patel. He's kind of Bollywood kind of
yes, he's got this Bollywood style. Yeah,
yes.
No, it's absolutely funny.
So yeah, it's made by the great comic filmmaker Edgar Wright. And the movie is so kinetic.
And Kieran Culkin is fabulous in the movie as well. He plays Wallace, Scott Pilgrim's roommate.
Yes. Yeah. Another, like when you get a really good script and a really good movie, somehow the cast usually stands up to that.
Yeah.
Michael Cera, he's kind of famous for Superbad and Juno.
So I actually have a super favorite scene that to me kind of like encapsulates one of the many reasons this movie is absolutely hilarious. Can I share it?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so you're gonna have to help me with the details,
yes.
But so Scott Pilgrim is battling one of the evil exes, and this particular evil ex has vegan superpowers. So he's vegan, and so he has like superpowers, and he's winning the fight.
Yes.
So Scott Pilgrim is losing, and he tricks him into drinking half and half.
Yes.
To basically like deprive him of his vegan superpowers.
Powers. Yes.
And he tricks him. He drinks, and he's like, "Oh, you drank half and half," and like a bunch of cops burst through the brick wall. And they're like, "Vegan police here!" Yeah. And I mean, I about died. The vegan police burst in, and they're like, "Oh, you're under arrest for vegani violation, code 827." And he says, "What? Don't I get like a couple warnings?" And the vegan cop says, "Oh yeah, this is your third offense. On June 7th, blah blah blah, you knowingly consumed gelato." And the ex-boyfriend that Scott Pilgrim is battling says, "Gelato isn't vegan?" And the cop says, "It's milk and eggs, bitch."
Great
you have
movie.
to watch it,
Yeah. All right, so the next one on my list, Kung Fu Hustle by Stephen Chow, is a masterpiece. I thought it was an unbelievable movie, and it's really kind of like a slapstick kung fu masterpiece. It's
very stylized.
Yeah, it's
like got this Western or Gangs of New York kind of beautiful style as well.
So you know what? It doesn't satirize. I almost feel it mocks Martin Scorsese's Gangs of New York.
Okay.
And I actually think it's a better movie than Gangs of New York, like overall.
Yeah.
But then it's got kind of this Buddhist like philosophy to it.
Yeah. And pokes fun at it too.
Yes, so it satirizes a lot of kind of kung fu styles, like snake style or monkey style, and it creates like its own like pigsty style, or the
nonsense,
It's like complete nonsense. But at the same time, the movie is like a masterpiece of action filmmaking as well. There's like scenes in there that are just like unbelievable, and and then Stephen Chow, I think, one of the great comedic filmmakers in the world. We don't really see him that much here, but I've seen some of his, I seeked out some of his other movies. It's kind of over stylized, like a Roadrunner cartoon.
Yes, absolutely.
And yet it completely works. It works brilliantly.
Yeah, he's got kind of absurdist things happening, and it's very funny. But the other thing, that I thought was really sweet is that the whole movie and the plot is a reference to Chaplin's City of Lights, right?
Here he plays like this hooligan who wants to be part of this really bad gang, But inside he's like a really sweet guy.
He's a sweet guy at heart, Okay.
A couple of times in the movie he says everybody's got their reasons,
right?
And if you're a cinephile, and every cinephile knows that's the most famous line from Jean Renoir's masterpiece, Rules of the Game, and Rules of the Game has been voted for 40 years in a row as the second best movie of all time, next to Citizen Kane.
It's actually my most favorite movie of all time.
It's probably my favorite movie as well. Yeah, but it's so funny because it relates back to the movie we just talked about, Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, so Scott Pilgrim was influenced by Kung Fu Hustle.
I mean, to me, no doubt about that.
Okay.
So there's a scene, Katayama twins. There are a couple of twins.
In Scott Pilgrim.
It's Battle of the Bands. So Scott has to play the instrument, and the twins are playing. I think not a piano, but it's like a keyboard or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And like when he has like a dragon, and they have like a gorilla, kind of like show
graphic
up.
arts fighting
Graphic
each other.
art.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of that scene.
All right, drum roll, please.
Okay, so this is I think we have different favorite orders, but I do love Hot Fuzz. It's my absolute favorite as well. So Hot Fuzz is a excellent.
Yeah.
So it's like a cop satire.
Yeah, it's like once again a double satire like Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
Like you say, it's a cop action movie satire plus the kind of the
English life, right?
English life in the not the suburbs in the
countryside.
The countryside, yes. So the movie stars Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
They're kind of a duo, right? So Hot Fuzz is actually part of the trio Cornetto or something. There's
The
like 3
Cornetto
films.
trilogy, yeah. So the first one is Shaun of the Dead. The second one is Hot Fuzz. The third one is World's End.
Yeah, but Hot Fuzz it's got the really fast dialogue and
it's sharper. It's made more dynamic. I think he has a bigger point to make. I think he kind of has grown as an artist.
Yes.
And we want to mention that this is the second appearance of Edgar Wright on our list. So he was the director of Scott Pilgrim and Hot Fuzz.
Well, you know what? You should talk about another thing that makes this movie funny is its use of music. So, do you have any examples off the top of your head?
Yes. So I think he loves music. You can tell from other movies. But he was playing the Kinks. We are the Village Green Preservation Society, which also mocks English country life. Yeah. So that was definitely inspiration. That song pops up in different parts of it. But then there's like
Fire.
Fire. That cracks me up.
Who sings that? I forget.
I think it's some kind of a little known to me. Punk band from like maybe early 80s. I've never heard of them, but the way he uses that, it's so hilarious.
That song during an arsony moment in that film, and it's just very funny. Actually, so my absolute favorite scene in the movie, can I go through it?
Yes, go ahead, yes.
So Simon Pegg, who plays Officer Nicholas Angle, he's the plot of the movie is that he's so exceptional that he's reassigned out of London because he's making everybody look bad. So he's reassigned to the countryside, and his first night in the countryside, he's staying at a hotel. He hasn't met anyone. He hasn't actually started official duty, but he observes a man drunk driving. Yes. And he arrests him. And when he arrests him, he says, "I'm taking you to the station. Now tell me where the station is." Yes. So it's very funny. Yes. And as he's taking the drunk guy to the station, he's arresting like half the town for various violations. But that's not the whole thing is funny, but the funniest part is he throws him in the drunk tank. Yes. And the next morning, Nicholas Angle, played by Simon Pegg, he shows up and he's like, "Oh, where's the drunk guy? The drunk tank is empty." Yes. And in the background you see the drunk guy pop up and he's like, "Oh, where's who?" And Simon Pegg turns to this guy and he says, "Why are you dressed in police clothes?" And he's like, "Oh, because I am a cop." You know, it's very funny. So, this is a great way for him to meet his co-star. Well, they even mock the whole English accent scene as well. Because there's a scene in the movie where, what's that? Is that the Yorkshire or the Cockney accent? Yeah. Where the English accent is so heavy that they have to bring in somebody to translate, and it's a very comedic scene. So it was the whole movie is just filled with these little witty. And in the middle of the scene that you were describing, there's actually when he takes to book the all the drunkards. There's a guy who's taking them in. He asks Simon Pegg, "When do you start?" And he's like, "Tomorrow." So that's the scene. Very funny. It's hard to explain a comedy scene, right? Because it's all about timing. And facial expression. So I'm not sure if it's quite coming across. But
we watched this movie so many times, and I think for some time we've been saying that
I never get tired of watching it. I put it on for no reason. I have the whole movie memorized, but I love it. So this is actually my number one. Yeah, so you have a different list, right? Well, it's the same movie. So my number one comedy is Hot Fuzz. My number two is Tropic Thunder. My number three is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. My number four comedy is Burn After Reading. And I like Kung Fu Hustle. It's super funny, and I recommend it just because it's different, and people don't normally watch movies with subtitles. But I actually really like Paul. I think I might be partial to the Nick Frost, Simon Pegg duo.
Yes.
But Paul has the both of them as well, and it's very funny. It's like it makes fun of people who are into Comic-Con
Yes.
and alien movies at the same
Yes.
time, like alien, you know, conspiracy movies.
So I didn't put any Wes Anderson movies.
It's not pure comedy. I
Pure
think.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared drama there, yeah.
The poignant, it's not really the same. Also, Jared Hess movies. He's probably most known for Napoleon Dynamite
Yes, I do love Napoleon Dynamite.
and
That's
Nacho
another
Libre. I love how he makes movies about these kind of
socially awkward characters.
Socially
Yeah.
awkward, and
Yeah.
he puts like very humanity to them. And I think they're definitely comedies. They just missed the list. I mean, if I could put them on, I would probably put maybe Gentleman Broncos. That might be my favorite.
Oh my gosh, I love Gentleman Broncos. You know, it's definitely it's a hard sell though because it's kind of like a weird movie. It's got a weird plot.
Yes.
It's got some weird characters. Yeah, no, absolutely, it makes it different.
And then I think the last one before we end it is that I want to mention Todd Solondz. So I think he's like a brilliant independent filmmaker, but a lot of people actually find his movies disturbing. You know, his movies are like about social kind of outcasts, and a lot of people find them disturbing. I actually find them profound, and they're very hilarious in parts.
They're dark. It's a dark comedy.
It's a dark comedy, yes, but it's comedies nonetheless. But hey, thank you guys for listening to us.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. Tell us what your top 5 comedy movies are. All right, thanks so much.